Hello, hello. We are so glad that you're joining us today, the Dental MBP. We are relaxing today and we're going to take some time to answer a question that we have been getting a lot. So, why people skills?
Why people skills? Join us, grab your cup of coffee, because in this video, we're going to answer all your questions. For more videos on people skills and body language and why you want it, the dental professionals, make sure to subscribe to our channel, the Dental MBP, and do not forget to like us and share with a friend.
So, one question that we have been getting a lot is why MBP? Like, what is it that has made us move in this direction?
It's a great question, honestly. We've both been in the dental industry for over 15 years. We've both been hygienists. We've worked as consultants, and we've done sales. Why would we go into this part of it? Well, working with those multiple different hats on, you get to see a lot of different things that happen in the practice. And you know just as well as I do that we are having the same conversations over and over and over again. And it's like going in a circle, right? We are always trying to increase production, reduce our no-shows, control conflict within the practice. There's so much that every practice, no matter who you are, is focusing on. The problem is that it seems to be the same conversation and the same outcomes. And we invest in all of these continuing education courses and consultants, and we fail at the whole implementation part.
Yeah, and we tend to fail for the same reason every time. And it's the people skills. It's understanding what it is that you can actually say and do to be able to resonate with your team, with one another, to even more inwardly understand yourself, to be able to ensure that you're able to grow and to develop. And so that's why we have branched into this education facet of people skills, and we are bringing to you the dental mind, body, and practice.
So where we fail is in implementation. We have amazing people that work for our businesses, and it's just a matter of how do I inspire them to implement these changes into the practice. That's where psychology, neurolinguistics, hypnotics, and really getting to know and understand and being able to communicate come into play, aka people skills. That's what it is. And that brings us to the next question that everyone is asking is, well, who else is using this?
No one.
No one.
No one.
Nope. No one. No one that I can think of.
The real answer is that everyone is using this. This has been used in every single industry. I mean, how to interact, how to communicate, how to be able to create deep, meaningful relationships. These are the things that we want in our homes as well as at work. So this is something that's being applied everywhere.
Everywhere. In the medical industry, you may or may not already know this. However, if you're a chiropractor or a physical therapist, it is mandatory training for you to go through to learn people skills, how to communicate, how to empathize, how to connect with them, what your body language is saying to them. That is mandatory. Do we learn that in dentistry? No. So we're here to finally teach dentistry how to implement their body language, communication skills, people skills into dentistry and change what we're doing today.
So these are all techniques that are being used with self-development, and that is something that we are so passionate about. We believe that you can always continue to learn and to grow, and that's one thing we don't want dental professionals to feel like, is that they're limited in where they are on a day-to-day basis. We want you to know that you are able to really dig deep and create really meaningful relationships, to continue to grow your team, and to have that value that then crosses over into your personal life as well and really integrates together, that it's not a specific separation that you're only doing at work. Everything that we teach is something that we bring home to our families, to our kids, in our relationships as well, our work life too, but it's something that applies completely across all facets.
Yeah, work-life integration is what we're all striving for. Let's be completely honest. It used to be work-life balance, right? Where I had a little bit of work, a little bit of life, and we just figured out this balance. Who did that work for? Because I know it didn't work for me, that's for sure. And it probably didn't work for you, and it hasn't worked for anyone. Work-life integration is what we want. And that's a more difficult thing to figure out, right? Is how do I enjoy what I do for work, enjoy my family time, and actually not have them be two separate things, but have them be one. And having good people skills, communication, and the ability to be completely authentic is what allows you to do that. And in dentistry right now, let's be completely honest, is we're not being authentic. Things have changed. We can't just look at our patient anymore and say, hey, this is the treatment that I recommend for you. And they say, yes, of course, whatever you say. The respect has changed. The level of intentions have changed. And that's what we want to bring back. And having the correct people skills to deliver the same message that you're trying to get, but having so many more hurdles to go over, your people skills are going to allow you to go past those. Maybe you worked with a consultant.
Yeah.
This is very common. And I hope that you have. There's incredible consultants out there. You've worked with quite a few consultants, and you've heard some of these things before.
Yeah, and I mean, they all have touches where we're talking about emotional intelligence or communicating effectively, and even some personality profiling. And there are
The
small
DISC profile
components.
is very common.
Yeah, those are present and they're being used, but there's no training that delves really deep into understanding personalities, values, motivators, and what it is that really inspires and motivates and ensures that your message is heard and clearly communicated to others.
We focus on the science behind that, right? Anyone can tell you how to communicate. Anyone can give you verbiage training. The difference is knowing how the human brain works is what makes it easy. So it might sound complicated to go into neuroscience, but it actually helps you to wrap your brain around it and make it go, oh my God, this is so easy. It makes so much sense, right? When you're watching our videos, you say, well, that makes sense, right? If I say something positive, it releases dopamine and somebody feels more positive about the conversation. That's all we have to do is just think about the person that's in front of us, the outcome that we want, and how I can stimulate their brain to accept that outcome. That's it. Now, there's definitely been some uses of this that have been negative. Manipulation techniques have occurred from this type of approach. And that's why we're sticking with dentistry, because no one in dentistry is trying to manipulate anyone. I mean, you can only manipulate somebody to get the perfect smile. And if that's what you're going to do, I guess good for you. I mean, I'm just not really afraid of it. There's other industries out there that could take these techniques and could do a lot of negative with it. So that's why we're here to present it to you. And dentistry is what we know and love. And this is going to take you to that next level. So if you're working with a consultant, keep working with a consultant. Engross yourself in it all. Apply MBP with it, the people skills with it, and that's where you're going to see the most change happen.
Yeah. So who is MBP going to be for? And honestly, I would love to say that it's going to apply to everyone, that anyone can use it, because everything that we're talking about, having work-life integration, feeling completely fulfilled with your career, and knowing that you're having really great in-depth relationships is something that I would love for everyone.
I wish.
But the truth of the matter is that it's not going to be for everybody. And that's something that we are okay with and we have to be okay with. MBP training is going to be for people that are high achievers, that they really expect more out of their everyday, out of their interactions. They want to feel more fulfilled. They want to find things that are going to carry over into their personal life and provide more satisfaction and growth in those areas too. And that's not going to be for everyone. There are some people that this mindset isn't going to be shared with, that they're not going to be receptive to these ideas, to these communication techniques. They're going to feel like, they know it, they've already tried it. And we know that that's not you. And that's why you're watching this, because you are completely ready to be able to engross yourself in something. And we know that you want more and that you strive for more.
What if they are in a team that's split, though? So you want more, and the other half of your team are the people who don't want to change. They're not looking to better their life. They'd rather stay in a complaint. Sometimes it's easier for someone to actually stay in this cycle of complaining and discontent. That's the mindset that they want to be in. That's their truth and that's their norm, and you can't change that. If you're working with that type of individuals, how do they move forward with MVP?
A lot of times we really fail to recognize the qualities within each of our team members. We tend to focus so much on the negative or the frustrations when we approach a situation the same way over and over and over again and expect a different outcome. Really, it's developing those people skills to find different ways to approach conflict or approach situations to better understand what it is that is creating a barrier that's not allowing you to achieve what it is that you're seeking out to achieve. So developing people skills allows you to better understand yourself, your team members, and to work together more complementary to be able to reach your ideal goals.
Too often we give up on our team members way too quickly. Have you ever had someone get fired within the practice and you thought, man, we just didn't give them enough of a chance? Or you saw something in them that maybe someone else didn't? It's really important that we start to understand our team members. So while you might just be so ready for people skills, training and implementing it into your practice, if the rest of your team isn't, try to understand them a little bit differently, and I'm sure that you can influence them and start making the changes as a team. Do not forget to get on our email list as well, because we have some incredible trainings coming out for you. Go to www.thedentalmbp.com. Did you like this video? Make sure to hit the like, and if you have a comment for us or more questions, make sure to reach out. For more tips and tricks like this and to learn about your people, make sure to subscribe to the Dental MBP.